Well, first off, I thought it was a great game, and I'm proud of the way we competed in a tough environment. We have great respect for South Dakota State. Obviously, my background as a head coach coming from Bowling Green, it was bragging rights every year between South Dakota State and Marist and Gonzaga, and we always wanted to be the best mid-major program out there, and we didn't really always consider ourselves mid-major. So I've never got to see this firsthand, and what an honor to play here. That game made us better in the future, and we're disappointed that obviously our season had to end and our careers of some very talented seniors that we inherited. But that environment, that program, the way Aaron coaches and the way the kids compete will make us better in the long run. And again, it's a privilege to be up here. The statistics are nearly identical. Both teams shot the ball well. Both teams made threes. Both teams made big plays when they needed to. The big difference was we just couldn't get to the foul line like they did. They got to the foul line a little bit more than us, and some of it skewed at the end because we fouled. But it's hard. We said coming in here that we had to be 10 points better than them to win the game, and we weren't. And I thought it was very, very even, and we lose by 10 or 12. So, again, hats off to South Dakota State. We wish them well. That game made us better for a young building program, and disappointed I won't get to coach those seniors anymore. But our starting freshman backcourt scored 45 points tonight, so our foundation is set with one recruiting class, and we look forward to continuing to build, and we need to.
Questions for players first? For about the midway point of the second half, it seemed like they were just going on these runs to sort of bury you guys, but you didn't sort of back down. You guys sort of kept it within a couple possessions on a couple occasions. What enabled you guys to sort of hang in there within a couple possessions late in the game?
Well, I think we always rallied with what we know how to do, and that's to attack and to shoot threes, and just those moments. I think we had to figure out something new every time, I think, a little bit, because they're tough and they're smart players. So sometimes it came from the defensive stops, but also a lot of times just when we were the most aggressive on offense, and then we drive and kick. That's the kind of stuff that was successful.
You guys knew they get to the free throw line a lot. How deflating is it, though, when you see them get to the line 20 sometimes, and I guess they finish, 90% from line? Is that deflating when you really look at the stat column? That's really the one where they got you.
Well, I think it's tough because you don't want to foul out and you don't want to give those fouls up, and it is difficult because they're very aggressive. But we just need to do that back and learn how to do that ourselves.
Alexis, it seems like the last month and a half, 2 months, you've really come on, really seen a lot of development from you, especially away from Bloomington. Is there anything difference just playing on the road? It seems like a lot of your best games have come away from home.
No, it's just working hard in practice. My teammates are making me better. My coach is pushing me hard, and it's all their support. So just got to get the job done.
Alexis, do you want to talk about this atmosphere and what it was like to come play here? I'm guessing this was probably your first time playing at Frost Arena, and what was that like for you? And talk about it a little bit.
It was definitely crazy, but I enjoyed it a lot. I like the fans getting into it like that. I think it pumps us up a lot. But yeah, it was definitely crazy.
When you guys think of South Dakota State, you probably don't think of a crazy atmosphere like this compared to what you play in the Big Ten. Do you think it surpassed your expectations?
I think it was actually, I don't know much about South Dakota, so it's my first time here. I think it was a lot different than the Big Ten, but some of the Big Ten schools like Nebraska have these really big crowds, and we play pretty well in front of them, so we just try to do the same thing here.
Anything else for players? You guys feel like you just weren't able to match stops with points there in the second half?
I think we did everything that we needed to do. It's just like Coach Miller said, it was those free throws and the foul shots. We didn't win that battle, and that's what that was one of our goals.
Tabitha, what's it mean? Obviously the seniors, I guess you guys are done now. What's it mean to be part of this class? It's sort of one way to bring Indiana women's basketball back.
Well, it's obviously frustrating right after you lose, and when you want to keep going all the way to the end, especially for most of us through high school, we fought very hard in state championship games and don't like to end on a loss. But Coach brought up all the things that we have accomplished this year that I don't want to forget that, and I don't want any of us to. And I think that that they're very striking, like our best non-conference season in school history, or being ranked at one point, or all those different memories that I think will be very, it'll be big, something in my life that's big and that I really appreciate. I'm glad I came.
Anything else for players? All right, we'll let you guys go.
Thank you.
Can you take us through just the technical foul there in the first half?
Yeah.
Any protesting, and when was the last time you got one of those?
That's my second this year. I just asked that we had a chance, and I said the magic word homer, and that got me the technical. So I said I didn't come up here to get homered. That was the technical. I deserve it, but I was fighting for our players, and it's a tough place not to get calls when you have it felt like 6,000 fans in there. When you almost have 4,000 fans, it's human nature. Again, that's why you got to be better. You just can't go try to beat South Dakota State by 1. Your mindset coming in here is you have to try to beat them by 10. So, fought for them. We didn't get. It was a pinball game for Larryn tonight. She got banged around there, and we didn't always get the hand checks that we thought we deserved. But I thought the officiating crew did a really nice job, and that's not why they went to the foul line more than us.
With Lex, I mean, is she the one you've seen the most development from? Second half of the season, since I guess Big Ten play started. Have you seen the most development?
She's really come on offensively. She's had a great second half of the year. She's got more and more confidence, and really exciting. How young we are, and again, we inherited a program 2 years ago that won 6 games. Last year we won 11 games, and our top 3 players and our top 3 scorers were all seniors that we inherited. We started this year with absolutely not one person believed that we could be anything but last place in the Big Ten, and we are one of 2 Big Ten teams playing today, left in either tournament. And for us to break so many school records and try to establish some tradition of a program that doesn't have great tradition. Most non-conference win, highest ranked in school history, most wins. Aaron would probably chuckle. And my background at Bowling Green, 21 wins doesn't seem like a tremendous amount. That's school record in Indiana, and so we're really proud of how far we've come. Sad that we had to end it this way, but I'm telling you, this game in the long run is going to help us. This is the kind of program that we want to be, and they were tougher. I thought their post-game, I apologize for not being able to pronounce names well, but Larryn, I thought was the difference in the game. I thought her toughness, I thought her ability to score was big. And then, when you go into playing South Dakota State, they have so many weapons, and you got to pick your poison on who you're going to try to stop. And Hannah Stroop, who is probably the person that you pick to allow to have a shot here or there open if it helps you contain everybody else. And she had 2 huge threes against us. Again, that's what is so special about South Dakota State right now is there's kids on the team that if Aaron wanted to run plays for consecutively and every time down the floor, they could score 20. But he's got 6, 7 kids that can average between 6 and 14 points every night. And so it's really hard to take away everything with this team. And I think that's what makes this team special.